So many people have asked, why do you ring the bell during Mass and spiritual services? And I realize many people have never been taught what it means when they hear a simple sound, but not knowing that it actually is ancient spiritual technology. So let's go into sacred texts, the scriptures. In the book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 33 through 35, the high priest was instructed to wear a garment with golden bells and pomegranates along the hem of the robe. And the scripture says, his sound shall be heard when he goes into the holy place before the Lord, that he dies not. Let that sink in. The priest could not enter the divine presence, could not enter the presence of the divine without sound. Why, you may ask? Because sound was not decoration, it was alignment. Let that sink in. Sound is frequency and vibration is the foundation of creation. Everything that exists as a frequency. So when you hear sacred sound is being released, whether bells, drums, chants, prayers, it does something to the atmosphere. It clears spiritual density, focuses the mind, raises the consciousness and the vibration, and signals transition between realms. This is why across traditions you see bells in temples, gongs in Eastern practices, drums in African spirituality and indigenous spirituality, chants in monasteries, because all of them in ancient time understood one thing: sound opens doorways in the spirit realm. So the bell represents more than just noise. It is a summons to awareness, a call to attention, a marker of sacred time, a spiritual announcement. When the bell rings, it is saying, shift now, become present. The divine is being invoked. We're calling in the divine presence of the Most High, God by all names known. We're calling in the heavenly hosts and the divine forces. We're calling in the holy ancestors, our spirit guides, our spiritual court, our spirit team, the saints. We're calling in because the seen and unseen are now meeting in a holy, sacred time, in a holy convocation, in a holy meeting. In ancient times, the priest didn't just walk into sacred spaces casually. The sound of the bells on his garments announced his movement, kept him in rhythm with the sacred, ensured that he was aligned with divine order. Because entering the presence of the Most High was not just physical, it was vibrational. And everything you do when you're doing spirituality and spiritual work in the presence of the Creator, it is vibrational. And making sure that you're in tune and aligned is utmost important. So when I ring the bell in Mass and in spiritual services and prayer, I'm not performing, honey. I'm doing what priests, mystics, and spiritual workers have done for generations in ancient time. I'm shifting the atmosphere. I'm marking a sacred moment. I'm calling your spirit and consciousness into alignment. I'm opening the portal, the space for the divine presence to be with us. Because this is not religion as performance. This is spiritual science and sacred tradition in living color. So the next time you hear that bell, just don't hear it. Respond to it. Center yourself. Align yourself. Because the sound is not just ringing in the room. It is ringing in your consciousness. This is Archbishop Veronica Yisrael, the Conscious Oracle, with the Sankofa Spiritual Church of Christ Temple. We love you all, and until next time, peace be with you.